Now, part 5. So, the woman came there and had me arrested. I was sitting in the little cell for about 4 hours. Keep in mind that I have very risky, very dangerous health issues that in no way I should have been left in that place. However, I was left there and I started to get sick. A female officer came, was asking questions about me because nobody had information about the one female who is arrested in there. And she came and I was not well. I was swaying back and forth. I was having issues. So they removed me and they called, side of my sister. And she came and she got me my pump and my medication and something for me to take it with. So what they did not know is I almost died in that cell. If that female didn't come and ask about me, there's a good chance I would have went into stress-induced epileptic shock, which would have triggered my asthma, and I only have one lung, so I would have died. Anyways, I got a lawyer to speak on my behalf. The emergency hearing that I was there for, it had to be hosted in a chamber, a judge's chamber. When the judge was ready, they called and they came for me. I went around there. The cpsfa investigator, Ashley, and I think her supervisor, which is Wallace, was already lying off their mouths. Right? Them did already tell for them side of the story. What job does your husband do? This and that. You know how much business me want my name? Anyways, they were trying to find every reason to remove my child. They were trying to convince the judge to remove my child and send her to Mitchka's mother. That's Joshi's wife. Joshi is the child's father. Right? Anyways, based on the investigation, they said that the house, so them have little bit plus the space is shared between Mitchka mother man, I think some male relatives and a female teen. So the judge ruled that it was unfit and that she should stay where she is. I just cannot go to the house. That was the judge's ruling. And I said, listen, at least I know my child is safe. At least I know my baby is safe. Because that baby, from the day they placed her in my hand and I was young, that child and I grew up. I am that child's best friend, I think. And I love her dearly. So when I heard that she would return, she would stay home where she is safe, I was relieved. Because God knows, the idea of my child who is in puberty, who is interested in things she shouldn't be interested in, being placed into a world where men see this as appetizing. And trust me, there are men out there that see that as appetizing, no matter how small and frail she is. They see that as appetizing. A hole is a hole. I heard a man told me that one day, that a hole is a hole. No matter the age of the hole, a hole is a hole. That stuck with me. And I was in my teen when he said that. Because he was looking at me and I was like, yeah, like 50, I got 60. But then that one little face up in him. Where I look, man, the man say, a hole is a hole. Young or old, I choose for when young. Anyways, I think about that. So boom bang shung shang, you know. I left court, I get a next court date. Right? The child should stay where she is. Ashley Vassell never any investigations. They got a different court date because they were supposed to do investigations and return to the court. They went to the school the counselor called my home once to schedule a meeting with Jashari and their guardian, right? No, the conversation was that he could not leave immediately because you call him on the day that you want to meet him. That's impossible. He could not meet the day. So give him a next day. The lady said, I can give you a next day or I can have this session over the phone. And they said, just have the session over the phone. So they called back and they counseled the child. They went to the school. Ashley Vassell was asking the students, talking about she stink, she smell bad, talking about them did not put money together and buy deodorant, talking about how she look like the one child in the school and I got nothing. This is the conversation that the investigator of cpsfa, Ashley Vassell, was having with children that are in the same class as my child. Keep in mind, I shop at PriceMart, which means deodorant by the pack of 5s. There is ones for females, ones for us. Same with everything else. She also spoke to the kids. There was a time, I think my daughter's shoes broke on a Wednesday, and I wrote a note and told the teacher she will have to wear her white sneakers to school until Friday. I am not where my kids are. I cannot do it immediately. So, and there was nobody to do it. So, I wrote a note. So they jot that down. So my child I come there in a white sneakers, yada yada yada, whatever, right? So I'm like, what do you prefer me to do? Send her into a white sneakers with a note explaining what was happening, or don't send her any at all? I don't get it, but okay. What my day? So that court case, God, we got a next court case. Them not doing an investigation. However, Ashley Vassell made contact with kids at the school, and the kids were now bullying my child, taunting her, right? So my child sent me some heart-wrenching voice notes one evening. Some heart-wrenching, when me say, me heart, when me at least see voice note, then me I cry and my heart just like me can't breathe when me hear what she had got you because of these people. So me say, you know what? Me take all our voice note them. I have the cpsfa, I have Ashley Vassell's number. So I took all of the voice notes that my child sent me and I forwarded to her. And I texted her. I said, this is what you are causing on my child. When you say the child well-being now a priority and you are putting strain on my child that she has never known before. This is not a case where she's a bad child. My kids speak multiple languages because their mom speaks multiple languages, and that is something that I teach them. Because let me tell you something, them 6 languages up on my resume glisten. I'll tell anybody that. They shine bright, right? So I'm like, my kids are my friendly daughter, I got you the worst time of her life. I feel bad because of course if I never beat her it would have happened. But also, don't you have decorum or a level of professionalism to know what is good from what is bad? Anyways, they've never done an investigation. We got back, I had court on a Friday, and Miss Wallace, I think she's a supervisor at cpsfa in Port Antonio, called me and told me that, oh no, you don't have to show up to court because there will be no judge there and I won't be there, I'm going out of town. And I'm like, let me go to the next